Good evening. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday, July 22nd. Welcome to our Tuesday edition of our Leadership Development Call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm super excited to have you all here. We have some great announcements today about some of the pay plans that are being enhanced from what I understand. But before I bring those to you and our amazing teacher, Coach Will Zanders, I want to give you a quick trip to the Newbie Corner. So this past weekend, some of you may know, may not know, I had my first big event where I had several people come and listen to our business opportunity overview done by Coach Will Zanders, and it was just absolutely amazing. And I was so inspired um, by that, his posture, I mean, I just felt like I have it now, but it just like it transferred over to me and hopefully everyone else that was there that we have something amazing, something truly special, not only in our business opportunity, not only in the pay plan, the products, but the people that we have here, full of integrity. So never take that for granted. um I've been working like crazy today, and I just been loving it because I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing because it's working toward the dream that I have. So work towards your dreams, work like crazy, give it all that you have. And that's all I have to say. Our teacher tonight is Coach Will Zanders. He is our Diamond Ambassador, Coach Will Zanders, a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world, seven-figure earner at Heart and Body Naturals, and our first six-figure earner at Goldis Sana, an amazing teacher, an amazing friend. Just can give it to you straight of how you can build your business to where it needs to be. So with that being said, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
Miriam, I am here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, and I love it. Thank you so much. We got to crack the knuckles for this one. I want to thank you so much for your time. I want to thank you so much for being such an amazing hostess on these calls. But also at your first meeting in Dallas, Texas, I couldn't believe it was your first meeting because you had it done so professionally. The venue was amazing. The people were amazing. The guests were amazing. It was awesome. So thank you so much for that. Let me just hurry up and check the kick chat. Give me 1 second. All right, and I think we are good to go. So quick updates, ladies and gentlemen. And also, man, huge shout out to Tommy as well. Tommy is not our host on this call, but Tommy hosted an amazing meeting in Coppers Cove, Texas. And I want to thank him for that. Again, guests were amazing. I got to meet some of the family. It was off the chain all the way around. And coming off the such a high bar set in Louisiana, in Atlanta, in North Carolina, I should have known Texas was not going to disappoint. So thank you, Texas, for a wonderful homecoming, wonderful meetings, wonderful business being done, and communities being served. And that's the main thing. We'll talk more about that. Normally on these Tuesday night calls, we have the one and only Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake in the building. We just got a lot of a lot of information to cover tonight with the pay plan stuff and some other stuff. So we are going to have Coach Seymour joining us for a longer session on next Tuesday night's call. So everybody be tuned in for that. He's very gracious and he understands. And he was there this weekend too to come to Dallas all the way from Saginaw to come and support. And he got a chance to take the floor and share some wisdom with the room as well. And it was just an all around amazing meeting. And yeah, St. Louis coming up, and Virginia, Newport News, Virginia coming up in August. So I'll be still moving and shaking, making the magic happen. MJ, I want to thank you for allowing me to travel and build this business to give us and everyone else the lifestyle that they deserve. So gotta thank the family for that because without her, I wouldn't be able to move and shake like I need to. So that being said, let's look into these updates. Quick updates on the condos in Nashville. The condos in Nashville, we do have a reduced rate. The reason it's reduced rate is because when I looked, they were longer venue bookings as far as 8 to 10 days, 5 and 6 days. We don't need that much time. So I did send another email to the owner to say, hey, if we can get those same rates for 3 days or 4 days, because the event isn't that long, then we will probably take you up on some of those. But if not, we're going to go with the hotels and they are right there again, the same block as the venue. So Locations will not be difficult for anybody. Even if you don't have a vehicle, you can walk there in about 30 seconds. So we talked about that on another call, all of the different hotels in the geographical vicinity. It's on recording somewhere, and maybe we'll talk about it again this week so people know. Let's see what else we got. Okay, pay plan updates, and we'll dive into this, but I'm gonna just give it to y'all straight at the beginning, and we'll break it down a little bit later. First off, the community revenue bonus, which is also known as the matrix. Of course, we know it got doubled to 6%, and it's going to stay at 6%, which is super amazing. For everybody who's a bronze, you can get 12 levels of 6%. And Paula, being the amazing person she is, and I'll tell you where this extra money came from in a second. For people who are not at 50 BV, they weren't able to earn in the matrix on the previous iteration of this pay plan, but they can now. They're going to earn, I think, maybe 5 or 6 levels at 3%. So even people who just cannot wrap their mind around the concept of tons of money at 50 BV, the 5 and 10 VB people will still be able to sponsor some people and earn, but it'll be a smaller percentage for them. It'll be 3%, and it'll be less levels. But again, I'll tell you where that money came from in a second, because that wasn't there last week. Now, yeah, she's looking out for everybody to the best of her ability. She's the only female CEO or owner that I've ever worked with. Well, Todd's the CEO, but she's the only female owner that I've ever worked with in the industry. And I can tell you, I don't know why people don't seek out network marketing companies with lady owners, because they're just way better than the guys. And I can say that because I've worked with everybody. But that 6% is 100% a game changer. And if you haven't if you've been building and you've noticed that your Mondays have been better than other Mondays, can you just put a 1 in the chat and just let people know that that's something really special? And just an FYI, that is more than double the next highest matrix payout in the industry right now. So it's phenomenal. Next up, the check match. So the check match is still based on rank from bronze all the way up to diamond. But instead of platinum and gold having a 25% check match, their check match is now bigger. So at bronze, you got your 10% check match, which is amazing. We'll talk about how those numbers break down in a minute. At silver, you got your 20%. At gold, you got 30% now instead of 25%. At platinum, you got 40% check match instead of 25%. And at diamond, we still got the 50%, which is bananas. And that's special because the ranks are now far simpler and far easier to attain. For example, it used to be 100 personal orders of at least 5 BV to get to diamond. We know that's very difficult to get, and even more difficult to maintain over time. Very, very few people can do that. But now the ranks are based on 50 BV. So for example, to be a bronze, it's 3 personally sponsored reps at 50 BV. Everybody can do that. We'll talk about how to do it tonight. But then also even all the way up to diamond, would you believe that diamond is only 15 reps personally sponsored at 50 BV? Those can be customers or distributors, but 15 people, not 50, not 100, 15 people at 50 BV, customers or distributors, and you can join us at the top levels of the company at diamond. And that 50% check match is ridiculous, and I'll tell you why it is a little bit later. The third part of the pay plan that's there is going to be the profit participation pool. This has not been around for a while in Green Organics companies, but it came back right here to GoDasana. That profit participation pool basically takes 10% of the company gross revenue, and they put that on the side every month. And then the profit participation pool is going to be paid out in increasing amounts to bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. So the higher your level, the bigger your share of the pool. But also, even for people that haven't hit ranks yet, or people who have, if you're a builder, if you're a person who likes to just acquire customers, if you're a super retail rock star, every single customer you get is going to get you another share of that pool. So if you're the person who can get 4 or 5 customer orders first week of August, or 10 or 20 customer orders, you're going to get 10 or 20 shares of that pool. And also for people who aren't really big at retail, but you want to really work with your teams. Okay, if you want to work with your teams, if you'd sponsor someone, you're going to get 1 share of the profit pool for every person that they sponsor or every product that they sell. So it is an amazing thing for coaches, for builders, for people interested in products and retailing, and for anybody who has a rank. So if you have a rank of silver, even if you don't do a whole lot that month, you're still going to get a share of the bronze level and the silver level of the profit participation pool. If you're a diamond and all 15 of your reps are on auto ship, so you don't sponsor anybody that month, that's okay. You're still going to get the diamond portion of the profit participation pool, which is the biggest part. And as the company grows and grows, you're going to see larger and larger shares of that profit pool. So it is the most aggressive pay plan I've ever been a part of in my career. And as a result of this, it being in the industry, I've studied a lot of companies and actually helped some companies develop some pay plans. And I can tell you, this is the most aggressive pay plan ever. All right. Well, Will, what about the fast start? Yeah, we know. People, people are cool with it, but I'm gonna tell you. And this is just the mentality for me personally. How many people on the team that weren't at 50 BV before upgraded to 50 BV because that the matrix is going to be basically for 50 BV people? How many either upgraded to 50 BV or somebody in your team did because you said, hey guys, I know you had 10 BV, I know you had 5 BV, but I just want to see a one in the chat from the people who either upgraded to 50 BV, you're already at 50 or 100 BV, or you told someone on your team, hey, you need to get to 50 BV minimum because that's where the pay plan is. Now, for everybody putting a one in the chat right now, I want to thank you. And everybody else owes you a big thank you. And I'm going to tell you why, because you didn't whine about it. You didn't complain about it. You just said, you know what? This is the pay plan. I'm going to trust the process. I know that the leadership is always working on our behalf. I know that Paula is a super giving CEO. She's just trying to make it work. And I'm gonna tell you that upgrade that y'all did and you recommended to people, it changed everything. I want to thank you for trusting the process as you always do, because over 1,000 people across the company upgraded their monthly order from 5, 10, or 20 or 40 BV up to 50 BV or higher. And that one thing created hundreds of thousands of dollars in new monthly revenue for the company. That's like a 20 to 30% increase in volume across the board. And I just got to let you know that. So every Sunday, they look at the numbers and then they have a report Monday morning, corporate stuff, right? Now, here's the wild part. They could have kept that money at corporate. Most companies would have. They could have used it for new offices or internal bonuses because we were good with the change because we know that the money is in the matrix anyway. But instead, they put it back into the field. They upgraded the pay plan again. And Will, what does that mean? It means that instead of being at 30% for your fast start bonus for 90 days, which is what HBN has, which is great. We've made millions with that. It is at now back to 25% for your retail. However, it is back to for the lifetime of the customer. So we do have eternal fast start back. It was gone for like 3 days. Y'all decided to just upgrade and just not complain about it. Y'all just went and put in the work. And the company didn't have to do that because we wouldn't have known no better. But they were like, man, these numbers are amazing. What's happening? We're like, hey, 99% of people in the company were very supportive and they understand that, the company has to stay in business. Like we can't just bleed every dime out like other companies do and then close the company. We don't want that here. And so your 25% retail forever is back. And I can tell you that's because of y'all. So it is the most aggressive payout structure we've ever had. It came from the people. It came from corporate. The field created it. And again, they didn't have to tell us nothing. Okay. But the company rewarded that. So now you get to benefit about it. You get the benefit. And then we still don't have to worry about the company not staying debt free. So for everybody who's at 50 BV or above, I want to tell you, you're the reason that the company spends the way it goes and rolls the way it rolls. And if you're not at 50 BV, I don't know. Y'all are you just riding coattails right now. And I don't, no knock there. Okay. So let's dive into some more updates, tools that are working before we start to unpack the pay plan and why. Yeah, Tina knows it. No company does that. Coach Tina has been in so many, I have to. No company does that, right? It's amazing. Yeah, and Marcus knows as well as anybody. Marcus and I and a few of us, Isaac and a few others, we're one of the few people who's actually met Paula in person. And we always know she's going to make decisions in the best half of the company in the field. but people who've never met her in person just maybe have a little trouble accepting that. But don't worry, we've been right every single time with this company. It's what it is, and we love it here. So let's talk about real quick some tools that are working. But right now, while I'm talking about that, get paper and pen, not to write this stuff down, but because the next part that we talk about, we're going to have a copious amounts of notes, and everyone is expected to participate, and it will be very beneficial to you if you do. Okay, so just know, I'm gonna finish these updates right quick, but I want you to have paper and pen. Put a 1 in the chat if you have access to paper and pen, because this is, y'all can rely on Sydney all day and Karen with the amazing note taking, but for the next section of this call, you're going to need to do this part yourself. Okay, just on this one section. Other than that, we are fans of Sydney and Karen, and the note-taking computerized abilities of these ladies is second to none, and that's very helpful for everybody. But just one section of the call tonight, y'all gonna have to do some work, and you will thank me later. Okay, so right quick, tools that are working. We've been working with a website service called Webvana out of the UK. We like them a lot. I'm gonna let you know. Myself, Marcus, Jess, a couple of others of us have got websites from this company. We like it. I'm gonna just put the details out there for people. And if you got questions, you can message me about that. But it is the websites are normally like 300 some bucks. They are $169 if you use the promo code July promo. $169 one-time fee for a customized website. July promo is the code. It includes website, follow-up automation. You get a member group with questions and answers about how to be good at it and things of that nature. And it's really good. The thing I like about it is over the data that myself and Marcus and others have looked at, there's been a 400% increase in lead conversion from copy paste text. So this is only for people who are working leads and traffic and internet traffic and stuff like that. For those of us who do that type of stuff, there's been a 400% increase in conversion from leads into reps. It's amazing. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. But it's really good, and it's primarily for people who are working leads, but it also is going to be for people who want a website with your name and your picture and an industry validation video built in and a presentation built in and a text built in and things of that nature, because people join to make a decision very quickly. And it's only one time. Most websites, you're going to have to pay every single month some type of fee every month to maintain that, but this is pay one time and you earn forever. So I love it. My numbers have gone up. My recruiting's going up. My money's gone up. And yeah, Marcus says the site converts great. And our HBN websites are good. Our Go to Sign a website are good. Let me be very clear. They're very good. But they're really good for people who understand network marketing. They can be very confusing, and we can't be mad. That's what we get for free. And we've made a lot of money with those. But I'm looking to take my game to another level. And I know a lot of the other leaders are too. But there's a web, Marcus, can you post that email in the chat, or somebody can message me if y'all want to take advantage of that July promo, and I will give you the email address for the developer, and y'all can go back and forth and get it figured out. But from what I understand, it's a really simple process. All right, cool. Next. Yeah, so Mark, yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. All right, next. So before we get into the strategy tonight about business winning, I want you to understand that top earners in this business and leaders in this business focus on transformation, not transaction. Transactions are going to be a part of the thing. Coach Stockton, the websites. Okay, cool. Love it. Love that for him. Love that for Coach. All right. So transactions are going to be a part of the actual business that we do. Transactions are going to be, hold on one second. That's my little deal there. Okay. So transactions are going to be part of business. Leaders focus on transformation, not transaction. I need to be very clear about that. And people are buying products, but they're not buying products per se. Let me explain to you. They're buying results. They're buying results. They're buying identity. Okay. They're buying you. Okay. They're buying a story. That's why you always see commercials that have before and afters. Hold on one second. Let me try to get this squared up. We have commercials that are before and afters that are going to be the most successful type of commercial. So I just want to put that part out there for you. And now what we're going to do, if I can move over to this correctly, give me one second. Uno momento. All right, there we go. I think we're good now. Yeah, a lot going on the technical side today, but I think we're good. One second. All right, I got my notes right. Okay. There we go. Yeah, send the email there. There you go. You got it, coach. Thank you for that. All right. Love that. Yeah, and again, the value of it is we have a group that kind of teaches you how to really do it and work the particular leads and things of that nature. So, we're here. All right, next up, grab a paper and pen. Do me a favor, grab paper and pen. Jessica, I'm glad you like. I like mine too. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, grab a paper and pen and put a 1 in the chat when you get paper and pen, and we are going to get this rocking because this pay plan is so aggressive. We just gotta. Whew, here we go. All right, here we go. 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 All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cover 4 questions. Now, I know that some of you understand this format. I know some of you actually have never heard this format. The reason why I want you to go through this format is because I want you to understand how, when you show the plan a certain way, it clicks in some individuals' heads. And then I'm going to give you some notes afterward to explain to you how to really take advantage of that in the upcoming days and weeks. Because I just can't wrap my mind around how people do not gravitate toward a pay plan that's just aggressive with products that are just amazing. So just humor me, and we are going to go along with this best system. Now, make sure it's a clean sheet of paper with nothing else on it. Okay, with nothing else on it. One clean sheet of paper with nothing on it. This is on purpose. This is by design. Okay. Now, in the upper right-hand corner of the page, I want you to write the letters BEST going down. In the upper right-hand corner, I guess it's whatever corner is your right hand, write the letters BEST going straight down. Okay. Should take about 4 lines on that right side. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions, and these questions are going to determine whether or not you can succeed at, not will you succeed, but can you succeed at a very high level with this amount of pay plan in a relatively short amount of time, okay? Now, the B stands for buy. You already know this, but just pretend like I'm talking to you for the first time, okay? Pretend you just have no idea what you're getting into. If you wanted to, with the letter B, if you wanted to, the question is buy. Can you buy about $59 plus tax and shipping worth of products and it wouldn't break the bank? Let's know that the products work. Yes, there's a 60-day money back guarantee on the products, okay? And the products are guaranteed to do what they say they're going to do. And you can pick from over 100 or 200 some products, but you can choose, okay? So do me a favor, just put a check next to B if you can buy $59 plus tax and shipping worth of product and it won't break the bank or starve you to death, okay? And you just can't even live. You lose the house if you spend $59. Okay, we got a lot of yeses in the chat, okay. The second question is going to be the letter E, which E stands for education, all right? Is it possible for you within a week or two for you to learn 1 page of information, the same information we're about to write down? You don't have to learn anything other than that for tonight. 1 page of paper, just the notes we're taking tonight. Can you learn that in 1 to 2 weeks? Can you really get that down? And it's just 1 page of paper. You can take notes, you can listen to recordings, you can memorize it, whatever you need to do. Can you learn 1 page of notes? Okay, if you can learn 1 page of notes, we are making some serious progress on whether or not you can be successful under this pay plan. The third step, okay, is going to be S. S stands for show the plan. Okay, is it possible for you? All right, is it possible for you, assuming you've already learned and mastered 1 page of notes, can you show that 1 page of notes to people just like I'm explaining to you right now? You can do it over the phone because technically we're on the phone. Okay, I don't physically need to be with you for you to take down these notes or listen to this recording, but can you possibly show that page of notes to enough people to the point where 3 people feel like you do about taking advantage of this opportunity? But Will, I don't know what else is on the paper yet. Well, right, some of you don't, but let's just assume that you're looking at the whole sheet, okay? Is it physically possible for you on the phone, in person, or on Zoom, okay, to show 1 page of notes that you know very well to other individuals the same way I'm showing you? If so, put a 1, say yes in the chat, or put a little check box by the letter S, because you got to show the plan. And I'm giving you the plan right now. You won't see a single network marketing book in sight. You won't see Big Al, you won't see Will Zanders, or nobody else. It is 1 page of notes. No videos, no audios, no books. This is the simplest I can make it for you. This is caveman stupid simple. And if we can't do that, we're going to have a problem. It's 1 page. Okay, awesome. Next, the letter T. Are you willing? Are you willing? Once you have individuals who feel the way that you feel and they saw the pay plan and they see the value of the one-page notes, are you willing to teach them the same one page of notes that I'm teaching you right now? It'll take maybe 45 minutes to an hour, maybe less, okay? But it just 20 minutes for some of you because you go fast. But are you willing to teach the people that trust you in this business? You don't have to be as good a coach as Coach Sonic or Coach Marcus or Coach Kim or Coach Tina or Miriam. You don't have to be Coach Seymour or Coach Charlotte. You can just be you. Can you teach people to do one page of notes, paper and pen, the same way you're doing right now, in person or on the phone, Zoom, whiteboard, doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. We're just doing it on the phone tonight. You don't have to see me to do this. We could literally be on a conference call. Okay, good. So now that we answered yes to those questions, anybody who didn't answer yes to all 4 questions, that's okay. You can still win, but we'll find another way for you to win on another call. All right. On the left side of your page, I want you to write your name and the date at the top part of the page. Your name and the date at the top left part of the page. Go ahead and write that, the name and the date. Okay, and this is, what is this, July 22nd or 23rd, something like that. Go ahead and write that down to the left part of the page, all right? And then what I'd like you to do on the left side of the page, starting on that first line, all right, we are going to write week 1, not level 1. We're going to write week 1. But just understand, week 1 is level 1. Okay, week 1 is level 1. All right. So let's say, for example, everybody who said yes, you have the rest of the month of July to really lock in. You have the rest of the month of July to really lock in, to learn this stuff, not to talk to anybody if you don't want to, but to go through this recording a million times if you have to write this paper out over and over again until you get it down, to call and talk to people about this paper. Don't let them buy anything. Don't let them join, but do this process over and over again until you become a master at this one simple thing, which is showing the plan, okay? If you do that and you become an expert at showing a plan, you know those numbers like the back of your hand, 3, 9, 27, 81, you know it all, you got it down because you studied it for a week. Do you think it's possible for you to show the plan in the first week of August, which will be week 1, and sponsor 3 people at 50 BV? And yes, I'm talking to the people who already have 1 or 2 people sponsored at 50 BV. You just need 1 more. You have a really much more easier job. But can you show the plan? I didn't say, can you sign people up? Can you show the plan? Because here's one thing I know about showing the plan. When you show people the plan and you show enough people the plan, the right people say, yes, I'm in, sign me up immediately, and the wrong ones don't. In fact, you'll be halfway through the plan and you can tell if that's the wrong person. If it is, all right, man, I love you to death. Gotta talk, look, gotta run. I gotta show the plan to 10 more people. And this is not gonna be a good fit for you, but I'll see you at church on Sunday. You gotta have that element. If you're gonna sponsor 3 people within a week, you got to have that element. So everybody here saying yes, I just want to be clear and keep it 100 with you, real as it gets. It is very rare that you are going to show the plan in person, on the phone or Zoom or any way you want to show it 3 times and get 3 people at 50 BV. Okay. You may get a customer. We're not talking about customers. You can get as many customers as you want. Keep them off your first level. You can get as many customers as you want at 5 and 10 and 20 BV. Keep them off your first level. You have to protect your first level. That's the start. 1 5 BV customer on auto ship on your first level. Do you understand that can block you from hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions? A lot of y'all don't know that, but I'm here to tell you that's how matrices work. You got to protect your first level. Your 3 people, you need to hand select them very carefully. You need to understand the opportunity that you are literally blessing them with, an amazing opportunity. And if you can do that in the first week of August, do not worry. The leadership teams will all be to help you with 3 or 4 phone calls, might even be there in person for some of you. But my point is, do you think you can show the plan enough to sponsor 3 people at 50 BV? And it may take 20 or 30 or 40 phone calls for you to do that. It may take 60 phone calls and go see your cousin at the coffee shop, 7 cousins to get, but it can get done, and you only have to do it once and you can get it over with. Yeah, I know Coach Mark is big on 3-way calls. I know Coach Sonic is a pro at 3-way calls. We got a lot of people that are really good at, I'm okay at 3-way calls, but we got coaches that are really good at 3-way calls. I like to do a conference call and get 10, 20, 30 people on. I'm gonna just do a call every day at noon and another call at 5 o'clock, like and another call at midnight, like every night. I'll do something like that and go through this plan. Anybody can hop on, right? So my point is, if you got those 3 people at week 1 and you really feel you can accomplish that, put a yes in the chat, okay? If you do not feel like you can accomplish that, assume, and remember, showing the plan is only 1 page of notes. It's the same page you're writing right now. This page is going to go down in history as the 1 page of paper that changed your financial future forever. I'm telling you, okay? So when those 3 people join in week 1, they are not going to go show the plan in week 1. They just joined. They are going to learn the plan in week 1. All they're going to do is learn the plan in week 1. They're going to learn the plan from you, and they're going to learn the plan from me and our leadership team, whoever organization they're in. That's all they're going to talk about. I don't want to hear anything in week 1 for new reps. I don't want to hear nothing but showing the plan. They can catch everything else on the back end. We got tons of training and events for them and products and calls and everything. But that first week, all they need to be focused on is using their products, which came in the mail. They should be there a day or 2 later. They use their products, and they should be learning the plan. If they're not sleeping or at work or at church, they need to be showing the plan to themselves, practicing it, writing it over and over and over again. This same page of notes, they need to become a wizard at showing the plan, and they only have to learn it 1 time. One of the best skills I ever developed was the ability to show the plan to anybody, any place, anytime, and magically, some people always sign up. It's been like that for a decade. I'm telling you, with this new pay plan, I had to learn it all over, and you're learning it just like I learned it. You're getting it just like I got it for myself. Like, okay, this is what we're about to do. Let's go make another million. This is going to be easier than the first time by far for anybody. Okay. So in week 2, so then write week 2. And then next to week 2, I want to ask you, if 3 new people join your business in week 1, and those people studied and learned and practiced and learned and wrote the plan and spoke the plan, they dreamt the plan, woke up, slept, ate the plan. If that's all they did for a week, do you think they'll be ready to show the plan in week 2? Yes or no? You think they'll be ready to show the plan? They already got a list of people. I'm going to show the plan to everybody. The plan is oozing out my ears. I've been doing this so much. You can hear it in my voice how much I've been doing the plan. You're going to be the same way. Okay. So how many new people are going to join your organization at minimum in week 2? How many new people join your group in week 2? 9. Thank you. So I want you to write week 2 and then write the number 9 next to it. All right. Now here's the thing. You got 9 people that just joined in week 2. 9 people just joined in week 2. Okay. Those 9 people are going to be nervous. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to be anxious. They're ready to get the products. They're going to want to talk to everybody about everything. Hot market, cold market, warm market, leads, websites, Facebook, social media. They want to do everything in week 2. No. I'm just telling you, you do it however you want to do it. I'm just telling you. No. They need to learn the plan. They need to be on the plan 24/7. Use my products, work the plan. If I'm not sleeping and I'm not at work, I'm telling my look, I can't talk to y'all right now. I'm on this call with this random dude that Will Zanders talk too fast, and he's just doing this call where he just says the plan, and I'm taking notes and trying to keep up so I can do it even better than he can do it. I'm just on a call listening to a recording of I'm driving to work. I don't know what new music just came out. I'm glad the Clips album came out last week because I don't even care about music right now. I'm glad I got it when it came out. I don't care who else coming out. I don't care who else got a concert. I need to get this plan so ingrained in my head to the point where it's so fluid. And you got to go through it. I'm going to tell you, maybe 250 times. Maybe 250 times in a week of writing that. You need to have a notebook and you need to draw the plan out on paper till your notebook is full. I'm just telling you. Listen, I'm going to tell you why that works, but I need you to get the plan in your head so you can transfer it to someone else, okay? That's what those 9 people are going to be doing. They're going to talk to you every day, okay? Because the 9 people are learning in week 2, but it's not just them learning on their own. Who's helping the 9 people? Who is helping in your organization? Because you sponsored the 3. Who's helping those 9 people learn the plan in week 2? Who's helping those people? Okay? Not only are you helping them, but their sponsors, and thank you, Sydney Brown, me and my 3 are helping them because this is what you don't want. You don't want to sponsor someone who I got my 3, I'm done. And you not pouring into that person, teaching that person to teach someone else. You cannot outsource greatness. You cannot outsource this level of hustle. I know people that are super talented in network marketing industry. They more talented than me. They ain't made 10 times the money out of me. They still wondering how to get to, they can't get to 100K at their company. Can't figure it out. They're smarter, taller. They may not be as handsome, but they're awesome. But they just haven't figured out that you can't outsource hustle. You can't outsource work. You got to do it. That's it. There ain't no other way. I'll take that back. That's not true. There is another way. You can go the slow route, and it's cool. And you can do all social media, no phone calls, no meetings. You can do all posts. No, even on social media, you got to talk to them at some point. But you can even avoid that, and you technically could get it done. But you would have to live to be 319 to get the money that we're going to make in a couple of months. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. So if you want to get it over with, if you want to rip the Band-Aid off, this is that call. So 9 people got trained in week 2. What are those 9 people going to do in week 3? Let me see who's even remotely paying attention. Who is going, what are those 9 people going to do in week 3? Week 3, not week 2. Thank you, Missy got it. Week 3, those 9 people are going to show the plan. They came in week 2. They learned in week 2. In week 3, they ready to go. STP, show the plan. Let's go. That's all we're doing. We are showing the plan to anyone who wants to listen in any way that they want to listen. I will not text a single lead until I'm done showing the plan for the day and everybody I could talk to is asleep. Then I will go do some social media stuff or some other stuff. You can do it however you want to do it. I'm ready to make another million ASAP, and I don't know if you want to operate at that level of hustle. Your lifestyle may not be set up where you can get off work and go right to showing the plan. I don't know if you're willing to that week in week 3, those 9 people, when they're showing the plan. I just want to give you the level I was at when I first started doing this in network marketing, when I used to have a pay plan like this. I took off sick days for work. I wasn't never sick, by the way, but I took off sick days because I had to show the plan. I took off 2 weeks vacation. They thought I was going to Boston for a jiu-jitsu tournament because that's I lied. I said, man, look, I need to take a vacation week. I need to go to Boston because I was doing a lot of jiu-jitsu back then. I never left the city. I never left the city. I was showing the plan all week and getting paid by my job, knowing that I was on vacation, but I was going to win and retire. So I didn't care if they find out. And I'm not saying lie. You shouldn't lie to people. I'm sorry. Sinners saved by grace. That is me. So that's what I'm saying. You got to show the plan. And those 9 people got to show the plan. If they show the plan, how many people are joining? How many people are joining your team in week 3? How many new people join in week 3? 27, let's go. 27, let's go. What are those 27 people doing in week 3? Let's talk about it. What are they doing? What are they doing in week 3? What are they doing? That's it. They're learning. They're learning. They're learning plan. Learn the plan. That's it. They learn the plan. Look, y'all know I love books. I love recommending. I love event. I don't want to hear none of that week 1, week 3 for these new people. I don't want to hear it. Not for that. They need to be learning the plan. Why? Because what are they going to do in week 4? What are those 27 people going to do in week 4? What are they going to do? They're doing one thing. If they're not working, if they're driving, they need to be on the phone. They need to be booking appointments to show the plan. Look, I'm driving to work. Look, my headphones can't even handle the energy we coming with tonight. I'm not even playing. Look. Zoom hating. Get me back in. Hold on. I'm good. You sure? Zoom is trying to hate on me. We good? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. So in level 4, how many people join in week 4? How many people join in week 4? 81. Okay. Now this is what we're going to do. We already know what those 81 people are going to do. We know what they're going to do in week 4, and we know what they're going to do in week 5. In week 5, they're going to show the plan until they blue in the face, to the point where how many new people join your team in week 5? How many people? How many people join in week 5? All right. Now, right there, I want to pause. In fact, I want you to put a little star. I'm a little ahead of myself. I want you to put a little star by level 5. Put a little star by level 5 for me. Okay. Now, let's take a checkup from the neck up. 243 people joined our organization in week 5. Are we clear on that? Put a 1 in the chat. Does that logically make sense? Okay. Here's the question. And again, take as many notes as you need on that 1 shade of paper. But how many of those 243 new people did you sponsor? How many of those 243 new people did you sponsor? 0. You didn't sponsor any of the 200. Thank you, Isaac. You didn't sponsor any of the 243 new people. Okay. Now, here's what you did do. Okay. Let's add up 243, 81, 27, 9, and 3. Add those levels up and let me know how many people you get and put that in parentheses next to 243. Okay. Thank you. You've got how many? 3 what? And you got to write this stuff down. This is you. You're learning how to show the plan right now, same as I would do it if I was sitting right across from you. Okay, and not if you're driving. Oh Lord, if you're driving, don't do this. Listen to the record. Stop, Clarence. Don't wreck. All right. Okay. So I want you to add up the first 5 levels. It equals 363. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Betty. And put 363 in parentheses next to 243 on your level 5, because we're just going to do a checkup from the neck up. Let's see where we at. Okay. We're going to see where we at. How much volume per month are those 363 people purchasing in product at the bare minimum? How much? Okay, 50 BV. All right. If you take the 50 BV and you multiply it times 363, what do you get? 363 times 50. What do you get? Okay. I saw Marcus had it, Jess had it. Who got it? 18,150. Write that down next to the 363. 18,150 in BV, or business volume. Okay, business volume. Then what I want you to do is multiply that 18,150 by 6%. And you can do that by multiplying 18150 times 0.06. Okay, good. So that particular month, we just got a check in the matrix for a little over $1,000. Write that down. Write that down. $1,069 in the matrix. That doesn't count fast start, doesn't count check match, doesn't count profit pool, doesn't count nothing else, and retail or nothing. Okay, that's good. So we're laying a proper foundation for growth. Those levels is not what makes you $1 million. Those levels is where you learn how to manage a team that will make you millions of dollars. Okay. When your team hits 243, I need you, or 363, I need you to understand it's a little bit away from momentum. Momentum hits that next week. Momentum is in almost any network marketing company where 500 or more new members join in a 30, maybe 60-day period. But when you get about 500 new members within an organization within a 30, maybe a 60-day period, you are going to see momentum. Okay, that's typically the mathematical formula to trigger momentum in your organization. Now, before we go to level 6 and take more notes, I want to make some things very clear. This is not hot market. Hot market is, hey, I'm trying to get some small sales to make my money back very quickly. That's a whole separate thing. This is not cold market. This is not email. This is not, it's social media. If you're using social media to book calls or book appointments so you can show the plan online or offline, on the phone, in person, or any other way, okay? You can take control of your own destiny if you learn how to show the plan. If you're waiting on me or Marcus or Sonic or Seymour or one of Coach Charlton, Kenya to come show you the plan, if you're waiting on one of us to come show you, you're on our schedule. But if you want to get it over with, you have to take advantage of the opportunity to learn how to show the plan. And I'm going to tell you, some of y'all are too smart for your own good. You're going to want to do this different. I'm going to do the plan, but I'm going to do a PowerPoint, Excel, PDF plan. That's not duplicatable. And you wonder why you add 20 grand and you got other people that ran up to 200,000 and you're technically smarter than them because you like to reinvent the wheel. You like it to be about you instead of the process. It's not about you. And if you want to make it about you, you're not going to make the money you came here to make. I take that back. You will, but you'll be 319 years old by the time you do it. I used to be that person. I'm trying to tell you that there is a certain way to do things and you can do other ways and they can be great. But nobody on this call other than Coach Marcus has made millions of dollars in network marketing. Nobody. So if he don't say it or I don't say it, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying this kind of works for this company. It just works. Okay. So let's move on. Now we had 243 people join, okay, in week 5. Now, what are those people going to be doing in week 5? I shouldn't even have to answer this. Y'all should know this by the back of your hand. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking because you understand it. And again, some people are going to learn faster than others, but just assume everybody has a learning disability and assume that they have to drill this stuff into their head every moment and they're not sleeping or working. That is all they do in this week. That next week, though, they are going to be showing the plan, and they are not trying to show the plan or sponsor anybody who is not going to be a 50 BV builder day one. If somebody joins like that, that's cool, but you got a placement tank that works, okay? Your placement tank works. I'm not putting people that go into my placement tank with a 5 BV, 10 BV, 20 BV, 40 BV order, and it's not on auto ship. They're not getting one of my top spots. They're not getting one of my level 2 spots. Why? Because I'm not going to mess over my top 3 and put no junk in their trunk. Okay, that my top 3, I'm like, hey, we're going to get our 3 this week. I'm like, y'all better hurry up because I'm recruiting right now and I got to put them somewhere, and we can only hold them in a placement tank for 7 days. So if I get some customers, which I inevitably will, I know you don't want them as one of your 3. And this is the only company I've ever seen where we don't say we're going to give nobody spillover, but people get spillover, and now people will be mad that they got spillover. Like, Will, keep those orders out of my business. Keep those customers out of my business. I'm trying to other companies promise spillover and never give it. We don't even want you to get it. You still get it. It's crazy. All right. So in week 6, okay, so we are hot and heavy in September now. In week 6, how many people are going to join your team, and who is going to sponsor those people? 729. Isaac is on the job. Okay, 729 people joining week 6. Who sponsored those people? Who sponsored those 729 people? Where they came from? The 243. The week 5 people. Yes, the week 5 people. Okay. So in week 6, the week 5 people sponsored the week 6 people, but the week 5 people weren't alone in helping them. Everybody's helping them. Everybody's trying to keep them organized. You most of all, because this is your kingdom. This is your empire that you're building. So you want to guard it. Hey, you got to let them know the same stuff I'm letting you. If you get some customers, that's awesome. Keep them on front line, Chief. Keep the kids off your front lawn. My front lawn is for grown folks beverages that's spending $59 minimum to get in the door. Kids off the lawn. Y'all can go in the basement, and I don't want to hear from y'all till Christmas. I'm just telling you, okay? So now we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the real. This is where the money gets fun. This is where it gets fun. So you got to stay laser focused until that point. You got 729 people joined in week 6. What are they going to be doing whenever they're not driving, or they're listening to the plan, when they're not sleeping or working? What they're doing? And some of them going to be taking off work if they're smart. They're going to get this plan down. Okay, maybe that next week. All right. So in week 7, how many new people joined your team, and who sponsored them in week 7? How many people joined your team? 2,187. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Derek. Who sponsored them? How'd they get here? Did you do it? No, you didn't do it. The 729 did it. And this is why it's so important. When your group hits about 200 to 300 people, you're going to need your own Facebook group. I'm going to tell you right now, see, some of you, the problem is you don't have an organization big enough to even have a chat. And you got a team chat and you ain't made $10,000. That's retarded. You got a team chat, you ain't made 50 grand. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just not enough people that'll warrant that. You need to be out recruiting. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving you the facts that matter. Okay, some people got whole Facebook pages. You didn't know no better. I get it. Got 10 people on Facebook page and nobody posts and nobody engaged ever. They just don't. They just don't. You need about 200 to 300 people in your organization. Okay, when you hit that 500 mark, you should have a group ready. And I'm gonna tell you why you need a group. Not to show out, not to talk about how great you are, but to train people on the plan and then show people the results of what happens when you show the plan. You need to really reward that, but don't do it too early. Some people just want to be leaders so bad, you jump into leadership positions, and it's our fault because we give you a platform, you're not even ready for it yet. You're not even ready for leadership. You don't even have the recruiting side down. And we got you in leadership positions. That's our fault. Of course, you're going to want that. Some of you anyway, going to want that. But Can't do that. Can't do that because your ego will be here, but your earning will be here. I will say that again for my friends in the cheap seats. You do that, you jump into leadership too early without mastering the basics and showing the plan, Lord knows how many times until you get 3 solid people, your ego will feel great. Your earning will not feel great at all. At all. So now you got 2,187 new people. You're going to need a Facebook group at this point. You're going to need one. Okay. You're going to need a group at this point. Not the group like we got to go to sign a group, 25,000 people. Now, we're not talking about that group. You're going to need your own group. I don't even need to be in it. You're going to need to be in it. And you're going to need to manage your group. And you're going to need to make sure that they are showing the plan consistently, teaching how to show the plan consistently, learning how to show the plan consistently. And anybody who's not along with that play, you got to get them out of there. You got to get them out of there. I'm just telling you, you can't afford to lose focus right now. Not right now. You're too close. You're too close. So you got 2,187 people, okay, in the group. We know what they're doing in week 7. We know what they're doing in week 8. How many people join your team in week 8? How many new people joined in week 8? Let's hear it. Let's go. Everybody should know. You should know. You should have this written down. 6,561. Thank you. So in week 9, we can jump right to the good stuff. In week 9, how many people join your team? How many people? Let's see it. Now we see, and now we talking. Now we talking. Look, listen. I wish I had it explained to me day 1, but I didn't. But you get a chance to get it. All right. 19,683 people just joined. They just joined in week 9. Okay. So now we're going to take another checkup from the neck up. All right. And we're going to do some calculations. Let's get these checks together. All right. We got 19,683 people just joined in week 9. If we add up all our previous levels, okay, give me a number at level 9 and put it in parentheses next to 19,683. Okay, we're gonna calculate your money for that month. All right, and we should already be in October. Okay, that should be I think that's the first week of October right now. All right, put in the chat how many. 19,683 plus 6,561 plus 2,187. What we got? Anybody got it yet? Okay, what's that? 29,525. All right, somebody confirm that for me and put that in parentheses next to 9. I feel like it's more than that. Honestly, I feel like 20. Did you say 29,000? 25,000? 29,000. There we go. Can we confirm that? I know we got one. Let me get at least one more person to put those numbers together. You all need to be adding it up because this is how you learn how to show the plan. When you're lazy with learning, you'll be slow with earning, but don't take my word for it. Don't write it down. The people who write it down and follow these instructions are going to be the people that come out of nowhere making the most money every single time. And the people who don't, and they go, I made money, but I didn't do it like Will said it. They got people under them in their business that's making money for them. This is just not them. They just got lucky. You got some lucky winners out here, just FYI. Okay? We got our numbers good? 29,503. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Jess. Do me a favor. Put that in parentheses next to the 19,683. Now I want to ask you, how much again in volume per month at minimum are these individuals spending? How much? How much in volume per 50? Okay. So now we want to multiply the 50 times the 29,000 and change. Multiply that. Okay. Multiply 50 BV times 29,520. Yeah, we got 23 and 25. Which one? I got 2 different numbers here. 23. Okay, good. All right. What's that volume number? What we got? Isaac says over. Perfect. Okay. 1,475,150. All right. Multiply that times 6%. Tell me what we got. What's our number? Multiply that times 6%. What's your check that month? What's your check the first? There we go. That's your check the first week of October when all the model ships hit. No, I'm sorry. August, yeah, your first week of October, $88,569. That's your check that month. Right out the gate. Right out the gate. We're not going to stop. Let's finish this up and close out the call. Let's finish this up. Okay. The next month, 19,683 people. How many people are going to join your team on level 10 and who sponsored them in week 10? Put it in, listen, if you are writing this down, put a 1 in the chat. Because I'm not going to waste my time doing another call like this. I need you to get this down and get this into your head. You may not feel like you need it, but I can promise you the income you've made should be far more because this is one bullet you want to have in your gun. This is one. You will get a lot of customers not doing it this way. But customers are never going to duplicate for you like reps do. Yeah, if you're driving, that don't count. That don't count. Okay, that's it. I'm telling you. All right. And the people who really get this down, they are going to blow. You'll see. You'll see. You're gonna be mad you didn't. You're gonna be mad you didn't. All right. So now we got 59,049 new people on week 10. We know what they're doing. They're eating, breathing, and drinking, learning the plan. That is all. Recording, phone, notes, on the phone with you. They need to, if you sponsor them, they need to be on the phone with you, and they need to be telling the plan to you over and over again, and you correcting them and you going through it to make it perfect. Don't do it till you get it right. Do it till you know it so well you can't get it wrong. Let's move on to week 11. In week 11, how many new people join our organization? This is fun. We're in the six figures now. My team right now is over 100,000 people, but I don't like that. Too small. Too small. I want everybody here to have a team of 100,000 people, and I want you to go, that's too small. And I want your team even bigger. Okay? 177,147 people join your organization, okay, in week 11. We already know what time it is. We know what they're doing. And in week 12, they're going to go to work. They are going to go to work. And they are going to go to work in week 12. I'm going to tell you why they go to work, because they know what's coming. Because in the Facebook group, what you should have right around the time you hit 200 or 300 people in your group, and they get to be there, your Facebook group is going to be a place where the people who are already in are showing screenshots of their direct deposits. Okay, look, we just got 20,000 this month. We got 30,000 this month. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. They need to see the belief. And in the meanwhile, I'm losing weight. I don't look. I'm showing the plan so much and not eating a lot, but it's probably the products. You got to really have that group to show the belief. That's the only way you keep the momentum and the excitement going when it goes so far away from you. You have to have some type of Telegram chat or Facebook group, because you have to be showing the new 20,000 people, look, this is the game. This is real. I just joined 6 weeks ago. Look at this direct deposit. What are we talking about? You have to do that. You have to continue to eat and breathe and show the plan, but you start showing the results of the plan. Okay? Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay? And if you're driving and can't take notes, that's cool. Get the recording and go through the call and take notes, and you need to be doing it. I'm not joking. When I say you need to do this 100, 200, 250 times over and over again on the phone, just talking to it on paper. Oh, I'm gonna tell you why it works, but that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Don't ask for the results we got if you aren't willing to do the work we did. But Will, I can just put it on a slide PowerPoint. Listen. Y'all know I love PowerPoints and slides. You know I love when Coach Marcus does PowerPoints and slides every week. You know I always ask Coach Sonic to do PowerPoints and slides on purpose when he has meetings. Kenya and Shaw, I was asking Kenya to get the PowerPoints and stuff up, you know. That is good, but it is not good. It's not the right tool for this job. Let me say that, because I love it. It's not the right tool for this job. Because when you have someone go through this process, when you have someone write down paper and you're right there explaining to them the plan, write this down, Jeff, write this down. Okay, put this. Jeff, let me ask you, could you afford $59? Jeff, let me ask you, do you think you can learn one page of notes? You are rewiring their mind. You're shifting their mind for a new way to look at how money is made online. They're learning so much, okay, at that time. And when you skip it and just say, okay, here's a card with all the numbers on it, they're not interpreting all. They didn't build that. They have no emotional attachment to that. That doesn't make sense. We have $70 million. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I tried it all right, whatever. All right, okay. So here we go. On week 12, how many people join your organization? Week 12. There you go. And if those number of people are at 50 BV, okay, what's the total number of volume in week 12? Give me the volume number. What's in week 12? Show me the money. What a volume at? Not the check. How much volume? Do not skip steps. Somebody trying to go to the check part already. Don't do that. You have to go back and forth. You're like, Will, we already know this. I know you already know it. It's not about you. It's about you showing somebody that has never seen this before 100 times like you have. You have to go back and forth every step and make sure that they are getting what I call intellectual buy-in at every step. It's like you're teaching a child how to tie their shoes. You have to make sure that they understand every 3 or 4 levels check up from the neck up. Let's make sure they're learning what to do while they're learning what it is. Okay. So now that we got that amount of volume on level 12, now we calculate the check. But you ask them where it came from. How did that volume get there? Who sponsored those people? Who taught those people how to recruit? We just stopping at level 12 because that's our matrix. All right. So what's the check? In week 12, what's the check? So we got to add up all of those numbers. We got to add up the 531,000 people plus the 111,000 people. We got to add the 19,000 people. Add them all up. Give me the whole add up. Add everybody. Again, we know the number, 2.391 million. We know that. So on that level, it's 1.6 million. But on the whole thing, it's 2.391 million. I'm going to call it 2.4 million. Why am I going to call it that? It doesn't include none of them extra bonuses there for bronze or none of the pools. So with that type of volume, you look at the pools, you already at 2.5. If you add your eternal fast start, even though you only got 3 people, you get fast start from other generations too. But you also get check match, which is crazy. So let's talk about that. So let me make sure before we move on, just about done with the call. Put a 1 in the chat if any of this is making sense. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no idea what we've been talking about for the last hour. Okay, I'm looking for the 2s because the 2s, I'm gonna do a special call for the 2s who have no clue what's going on. But this is good. We got 1. This makes me very happy to see all these 1s in the chat. Now, I just want to make sure we understand how many people out of those 700 some thousand people did you sponsor? How many? Thank you. 3. But if you don't take the coaching and teaching and onboarding seriously, it won't work for you. If you recruit customers and put them in your top spots, won't work for you. If you so thirsty to get the distributor, but it's not the right type of distributor, it's one of those distributors like, I'm gonna do 5 BV and I'm gonna upgrade later though. Let me check out, see what hit. They don't go in your top spots. You got a placement tank for a reason. Put them somewhere else. They're gonna quit anyway. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. I'm just telling you. This is nothing to be nice about, because when you play nice like that, you playing nice with the future when the world ain't playing nice with you. You are playing too nice patty cake with your future, and the current world state of events is not playing nice with you at all. Them billionaires don't care about you at all. Zero. None of them. Zero. Y'all, okay. All right. Now, at bronze, if you sponsor 3 people, okay, and you fill up your matrix, and it can go big or it can go smaller. Coach Marcus say, I'm gonna help him go inactive. I'm gonna help him go inactive. Watch. Bro, go ahead and turn off your, I'm gonna make the order for you this month. Oh man. So the check match for a bronze is 10%, and that is going to be $717,000 extra, $1,717,444, which is 10% of the 2,391,000 in the matrix, which is okay, which is a lot, because you got 3 people. It's not just one person. It's 717,000. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? So the check match is 717,000. That's because that's 3. So if you divide that by 3, that's how much you get from each person. Okay, so 10% of 2.39 million is going to be like 239,000 or something like that. It's 10% of 2,391,480. When you take that 10% and you multiply times 3, because you sponsor 3 people, you get 10% from each of them. Your check match is $717,440. When you add that, boy, is he buying Japan? Isaac's so stupid. Okay, that is plenty JSM money. When you add that to your 2 million and change, the total is going to be over $3 million. It's $3,108,924. But here's the point. I can use round numbers at this point, because you're going to do this same plan 100 times by the weekend. I already know you will. So you're going to have a chance to really dial this in, but I'm letting you know what it is. Look, Eve says she wants 7. All right, Eve, I'm going to give you one better. If you're a diamond, which you will be, because that's 15 personally sponsored by 50 people, okay, that's a diamond, 15 sponsored, 15 people sponsored at 50 BV, and they complete this down. Now your check match goes from 10% to 50%. So let's say you have 15 people, but only out those 15, only 3 of them, only your first 3 are building, and the other ones are the other 12 are 50 BV customers that are somewhere in your group on that bottom level. Just help them fill up that bottom level. Because remember, we didn't even talk about level 13 yet, because your matrix is only 12 levels, but your check match extends far, far beyond. And we just getting into the check match right now. Okay. So let's say, for example, you still only sponsor 3 people, and you're a diamond though, and they're not. And the other 12 people that made you diamond are 12 50 BV customers that happen to just love the products. Your check match at diamond is 50% of 2,391,480. You multiply that times 3. Okay. So that's going to come out to an additional $3.5 million. What are we talking about? You're going to take $3,587,220. Don't write down these numbers. It's just over $3.5 million. You're going to do these all on your own. Don't worry. And you add that to your 2 million, your check match is higher than the amount that you brought in from your full matrix. Your check match is higher at the diamond level. And so you're going to be at 6 million a month minimum. It's the stupidest thing. You're literally NBA contract money. Okay. Now here's the question. And it looks like, yep, call's gonna go a little long. Now here's the question. I promised I was gonna give y'all something extra. After you walk through all of that, you really figure it out. My question is this: how many of you believe you can actually do this? I know you can. I look why you do but put me in the chat if you can. Here's a question for those of you who are starting to doubt if you can even do it. Put a 50 in the chat if you've ever sponsored a rep at 50 BV. I don't care if they quit or not. But if you ever sponsored a rep at 50 BV, put a 50 in the chat. See, people have already done this. People in America have done this. People overseas have done this. People in Canada have done this. People in Japan don't speak English, and a Taiwan team has done this. Almost everybody on here that sponsored at least one person at 50 BV, you didn't have this to teach them the second they joined, though, did you? There was no incentive for you to say, yo, week 10, let's go. Because if you look at those weeks, August, September, October, we could really make $1 million by October. You could. You sure could. You sure could. If you so choose. I'm gonna be showing this plan like a madman. I can't wait. I got my 3. Ben had them. They on the call. You need to have that. Got a group for my 3 or my 15, right? But I'm gonna do it again anyway because it's fun. I really enjoy this type of work. Maybe that's why I love it. I love getting told no. I love getting canceled on. I love when people don't show up and they're supposed to. And I love going find new people. I love booking. I love it. Always have. Always. Before I knew what I was doing, I did. Now here's the thing. Out of all the people on here who said they can do it, I'm gonna give you a little bonus tonight. We're gonna run over by a little bit, but I'm gonna give you a bonus because you're gonna need this too. A lot of people, when they look at a plan like this that's so simple, and I've taught teams in the past something similar, but a very small percentage of people go to do it. And I say, why are they stuck? Why do I know the answer to all 4 questions? They said BEST, I can do that easy. That's before they even saw the money. They saw the money and said, I know I can do that. That I can just show the plan. It's 1 page of notes, correct? Everybody got their 1 page of notes? Go ahead and sign it. Go ahead and sign it at the top. I mean, sign it at the bottom. Go ahead and sign it. Sign your name on it. You got it. You got your notes. Fold that up. Keep that. Keep that. That's your study guide. That's your study guide, your blueprint. That's your plan. That's everything you need. That's everything you need to the end of the year. I'm telling you, but you got to show the plan. So why are people, most people will still fail even though they know they can do it? They said they can do it. They told everybody they can do it, and they already have done it. They already sponsored people at 50 BV who wanted to build. They just didn't teach them this. Well, but what, all of that, they know how to do it. They've done it before. They saying they want to do it. They need to do it. They want to do it. They need the money. They got to do it. Still don't do it. Tell you why. Here we go. Reason number 1. I know the call's gonna run a little long, but y'all gonna thank me later. Reason number 1, they know it, but they don't believe it. They know it, but they don't believe it. They understand the system. They know they can do it, but they don't see themselves inside as somebody who's a winner. They don't see it, okay? How do you fix that if you're one of those people? You have to plug into proof. You have to plug into the groups where we're doing this. You have to be on the calls when people are doing it, and we're celebrating that. The team chat, the testimonials, the Facebook group that we have, that builds your belief. And here's also how you believe it. You have to repeat the vision daily. Did you know that science shows that if you write something down over and over again, it is more likely to occur? If you speak something over and over again, it is more likely to occur. Where you think affirmations come out? Why do you think affirmations work? Why do you think daily confirmations work? Why do you think the class of 1920, whatever at Harvard, the ones who wrote their goals down all the time is the ones who are most successful than the rest of the class combined? Like, why do you think that is? How come you think Lil Wayne was a broke dude rapping in New Orleans who went to high school with me? He was much younger, but he went to high school with us. Then he dropped out and started rapping. But he was always saying, I'm going to be the best rapper. I'm Cash Money Records. I'm a Cash Money Records. And guess what? He made cash money. Then he started rapping about weed and guns in jail. And guess what? He went to jail for weed and guns. Like, whatever you say over and over and over again is going to happen in your life. I can't make it no simple. This is why I don't like complainers, because they be whining. And then the more they complain, they still ain't figured out, if I just keep complaining, I'm going to keep getting stuff to complain about. Shut up and do the work. Golly. Been there. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm uniquely qualified to speak on that. Okay. So you have to plug into proof. All right. Let me give you another reason why people fail, even though they know they can do it and have already done it before. Fear of rejection. They stall because they scared. This number two, they scared of looking dumb. They scared of getting judged. They scared of hearing no. They scared of the only way you get past that is, number one, by doing it, but you have to normalize rejection. How many people on here know that it's normal to get told no at least 70, 80% of the time? How many people know that? How many people know that Jim Rome, one of the greatest network marketers ever, one of the top earners in network marketing ever, Jim Rome, his best year had a yes percentage of 30%. That was his best year ever. This is Jim Rome we talking about. He wrote network marketing books. I mean, the dude, okay? You got to be okay with no's and normalize that. All right? When your team, your three, start going to get their three, you need to have a contest going on for who can show the plan the fastest and get 10 no's the fastest. I would give them a gift certificate or a gift card, movie, something. Give them a Powerball ticket. Give them something. That's what I would do. Like a run 10 no's challenge. And guess what's crazy? They might get 3 because it's not about that. It's just about showing the plan. I don't care if they join or not. I don't care. And you shouldn't care. I care about you showing the plan. I'm telling you, that's how you get posture. Miriam was talking about posture. That's how you get posture. I don't care who joined or not. I just need to show the plan. The right people gonna join, the wrong ones won't. I don't care. The right people gonna stay with your team, the wrong ones gonna whine and quit. Let them go. I don't care. I've never cared. And you shouldn't either. Okay? You shouldn't. All right. Number 3, reason why they know they can do it. They said they could do it. They want to do it. They need to do it. They've already sponsored people at 50BB before, not just customers, but distributors. But they never taught them this. But this is where they go wrong. Number 3, they don't stay in the fire long enough. They unplug before momentum hits. They'll get their 3. Their 3 will get 6 or 7, but they stop focusing and they don't keep pouring gas on the fire. You have to reward consistency, not perfection. If you just show the plan every day, I don't care if it's 10 plan calls a day and 1 meeting at night, or 10 meetings, 16 calls, or all calls. And you only got to do it one time. You got to get it over with. This is the only way to do it. You got to get it over with. But they don't stay in the fire. You can't unplug at all before your team gets to that 300, 400, 500 people. You can't. You got to act like you still in the trenches, even though you already got your 3. You should be spending 80% of your time training your group on the plan, the 27 and the 81, and 20% of your time should still be recruiting, get going more. Okay, getting more. Isaac say he wants 15 by August 1st. I'm gonna hold you to it, Chief. I'm gonna hold you to it. You need me? Let me know. 100%. You'll be diamond again by August 1st, like that. Okay. So use simple activity trackers. Just keep track of how many times you showing the plan every day and how you showing it. Okay. Number 4, Why people know how to do it. They've done it before. They say they can do it. They know they can do it. We just proved they can do it. They need it. They want it. Okay. This is why they fail. Reason number 4. They're watching, not working. A lot of people confuse showing up with building up. And a lot of Zooms, we are guilty of that. We got people on the Zoom that ain't gonna work, but they will watch, they will show up, but they will never build up. And they have to focus on tracking real action. And we have for August anyway, we have a real income producing leaderboard, not for the whole company, but for our team. Specific, he said the social media mafia, Lord, they out there, specifically to reward the number of times you show the plan and the results from that. Okay, so don't confuse showing up with building up. They're not the same thing. Reason number 5, why people fail, they don't really want it. They don't really want it. They're interested, they get excited about information, they love learning stuff, but they're not really committed. And the reason why they fail, the only way you can ever help that person is to help them uncover their why. I would not spend a lot of time with them during your week where you need to be recruiting 3. That can be a project you focus on later, but you have to help them uncover their why and tie it to something emotional. Or like Coach Seymour says, you got the dream board, but then you have the opposite board, like the why not board, like the stuff I hate board. That one right there. Okay, you can help them with that. Yeah, the what hurts you board, right? WHY. That part matters. You gotta focus on that, and that's gonna be the toughest people to work with. If people who need it but just don't want it, I almost automatically disqualify them. I can't let them waste my time. I got a week. Okay. Number 6, people can do it. They want to do it. They need to do it. They say they can do it. They've done it before. They still don't do it. Addicted to approval. Some people would rather be liked than respected. They're afraid to call somebody this late at night. They're afraid to make a phone call to book an appointment for tomorrow because it's 8, 9 o'clock at night. Oh, they're afraid to text somebody right now. They listen. You need to be focused on sorting, not selling, and leave the opinions and feelings out of it. Okay? Leave the opinions out of it. You're sorting. You're not selling. You're not even signing people up. You're sifting and sorting to see who's at high noon right now. Okay? That's all you're doing. All right? Number 7, why people can do it. They want it. They need it. They say they can do it. They've done it before. They want to do it. Number 7, why they don't do it? Image over impact. They want to look successful, but they don't want to do the work. They want to look successful, but they don't want to do the work. Okay? That's the people that they'll go buy 350 BV orders at their house to qualify for the. I got my 3, coach. I got my 3. You have none. That's not real orders. You spent that money. They're not going to duplicate. You just clogging up space, messing it up for everybody else. Those positions need to duplicate. You're ruining it for yourself and you're messing it up for everybody else. Okay, image over impact. That's terrible. Okay, when we do calls during those months, when we focused on this run and we focused on showing the plan, I don't care how many ways we show it, we run calls where only numbers and the stories are spotlighted. We don't care about all that glitter. We ain't got time for all that. Money don't glitter. It's flat as a dull shade of green. We ain't doing all that, okay? Number 8, no objection skills. Now, I don't want you to worry about having too many skills right now because the people who are going to do this have already sponsored reps at 50 BV before, but they never showed them the plan and they never taught them how to show the plan. They didn't teach people to teach people to teach people. It was too much for them to teach. It was too much. We do teach a lot. Okay, we do teach a lot. But that first bit of resistance, when somebody says no, you can either give them some type of way to overcome the objection, or you can understand this is not the right person at the right time. This is not one of my 3. Thank you so much for your time. I'm out. Okay. And I recommend you move on. Number 9, why do people fail? Low energy and a weak vibe. Low energy, weak vibe. Some people's energy, their presence, just their presence repels people instead of attracts people. Okay. You can help solve that with daily product usage, and you can work on yourself. You can work on yourself. One of the most important ways that you can fix that low energy, weak vibe in a hurry is partner with a high vibration, high energy accountability buddy. Okay. You partner with somebody like a Sydney Brown, somebody got tons of energy, tons of vibe. She's a whole vibe. Sometimes you got to partner up with somebody as an accountability buddy. Okay. and they just gonna rub off on you, like without even trying. They not gonna let you be down and moping, complaining and whining like a big old baby. They not gonna even let you do that. Or they're gonna be like, get out of my presence. You cramping my style. So you're gonna have to adapt to a high energy, high vibration mindset. And trust me, it's way more fun than the other way. Okay, number 10. Why do people fail? Okay, sometimes they're out of alignment, and this can be tough. Okay, this one can definitely be tough because everybody's going to want to do it their own way. And some people just don't do it because their desire to be unique and special and to be recognized as unique and special. That's something they have deep down. Their desire to create a magical way to do things is so strong, it overrides their desire or their need for success and income immediately. Okay, that's going to be a tough one to deal with. I wouldn't spend a lot of time with those people. You can give them a list of ways to get it done, but just let them know the fastest, easiest way is you talking to people that you know on person or online from Facebook or in real life. Easiest way to do it. And it's going to be the easiest way for them to do it. You might as well rip the band-aid off and get it over with and just stop, just good grief. Okay. For those of us who've already made significant income and those of us who already talk to everybody we know anyway, we still do every day. We do extra stuff because we like making more money. Like, so we can do the cold market online website, lead, tech guru, email, Facebook. We do all of that stuff too. Okay, but I can tell you, the fastest way that I ever sponsored 3 people that were serious about building business, I saw them either on the phone, FaceTime, in person, or I shook their hand and we talked about business, and they still here today. Okay, number 11, almost done. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I know the call ran a little bit long. Number 11, why do people lose in this? Even though they can do it, have done it, know they can do it, want it, and need it, because they have a hobby mindset. They dabble and they think dabble instead of dominate. They think, how little can I do and still win? Or I'm gonna just wait and do everything on Sunday. I'm gonna still get them in the week, and they overestimate what they could do in the week and they don't get it done. Then they kind of fade out. Okay. Those people have to go from dabble to dominate. You have to install like CEO habits that week. You have to book every appointment you have online or offline or in person on the phone to show the plan. Book that. Schedule those appointments. Book those. Okay. Print and post. Print the income goal. Right. Have a whole folder when you got downtime. You practicing the plan or you showing the plan. And don't start off with a full sheet when you show the plan. You start with a blank sheet so that brain can process the information one line at a time. It doesn't work the other way. It doesn't work the other way. Okay? Doesn't work the other way. All right? Those individuals need to treat their MLM schedule like they do a job. What are your business hours the week that you're showing the plan? What is that week? When are you doing it? Okay? Number 12, lazy. You already know how to, can't fix that. You know, if you're lazy, you're never going to do it. And we love you, but we don't care about your success because you don't care about your success. Some people just lazy. Some people just want to ride their downline coattails to the promised land. Go ahead, downline, just crack the whip. Go ahead, downline, just go ahead, just go to work. We can't stand you people. You make the industry bad, but you know, just try to cut y'all out. But Paula's too good a human being. Okay? She's too good a human being for you bums. I'm telling y'all don't even deserve this company. They're not on the call no way, but you know. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna give you a bonus one about why people know how to do it because they sponsored 50 VB reps before. They need this. They need it to go fast. They want to break records. They want to be great. They need to be great. The income and the rent and the mortgage is busting their head. They need, inflation is wearing them out. Some people just scared. They don't even want to live in the same city or house they in no more. It's not safe. Some people don't think the country even safe. They ain't got no money to move. Got to deal with it. They need this and they still won't do it, even though they answered the 4 questions. If you answer the 4 questions and you already sponsored somebody at 50 BV before, they can too if you teach them. You might have to sponsor 10 people to get 3, or talk to 50 or 60 or 70 to get 10, to get 3 who stay and who are serious and gonna build and learn and show the plan. It's worth it. Get it over with. Got a week. Okay. Here's the last reason, not the last reason. Here's one reason why those people who need it so bad still won't do it. I think it's reason number 12. They're waiting for permission to be great. 13, even better. They're waiting for permission. They're waiting for permission. People, this is everybody. This is me, you, this is everybody at some point in our life. You're looking for permission. You're looking for approval or permission from a parent, from a partner, from an expert, or from experience. Some of y'all parents not alive no more. And subconsciously, you got to dig deep and you got to understand you're never going to get what you needed to get from them. You got to give yourself permission. You have a purpose. You have a mission to help yourself and then help other people. That's your mission. You don't just make a bunch of money to help yourself. You make a bunch of money to help other people. You set yourself up. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you got to set yourself up first. So you have to get permission. If your parents are blessed enough to still be alive, you don't need their permission to be great. You don't need their permission to get this done, to walk in your purpose. Because network marketing and making money, that's not the end for you. That is where you make the money so you can actually go do the stuff that you love to do. I don't care if it's painting, traveling, starting an animal shelter, charity organization. You want to go act, you want to be a musician. You need the time and money freedom to do whatever God put it on your heart to do. You can't do that with a job. You'll be too old to do it by the time you retire. Okay? You don't need permission from a parent. You don't need permission from a partner. You do not need permission from your spouse to be great. You just don't. They will thank you later. They will thank you later. Okay. But some of us just feel like walking in our purpose will drive such a wedge within our relationship. Well, y'all vows is different because y'all must have didn't use the for better or for worse, for richer or poorer vows, because you're supposed to be in it forever. And sometimes you got to have them tough conversations about what you really feel need to do to feel fulfilled. It's a hard conversation, but it's way better if you have it and they don't have to support you, but they can't choke you out. I'm keeping a buck with you. We grown, okay? Sometimes you need permission from an expert. Sometimes some of you feel like if only I met Paula, I'd have the green light to be great. If only Will told me I really could. If only Coach Marcus shouted me out on the call and said, man, I see you. Listen, one, you have our blessing for sure, okay? We wouldn't spend this time every single week for the lean, mean price of $3.99 talking till we blue in the face, working and training and coaching and teaching and driving and flying all over the country of our own money. We don't ask nobody for nothing, right? To teach and coach if we didn't believe in you. We believe in you. We need you to believe in you and then act like it. If we didn't believe, we don't do calls for people that are deaf. It just wouldn't help them because they can't hear me. We don't do, you know what I'm saying? We don't draw out the plan for people that are blind. I love them to death, but I'd have to change we do this specific thing for you because we believe in you and we know what you can do. We know what you can do. 100% we know what you can do. It's just, you got to go do it. And sometimes you need permission from an expert, somebody who you just see is a little bit better. You know what that is? When people go get a college degree in like health or holistic doctor or something, they can come teach people about health, not understanding you could have been teaching people about health, but you just felt if you put a doctor in front of your name, people will respect you more because the expert, the college gave you that blessing. Michael Jordan does not have a degree in basketball. Let me be very clear. Okay. The best people at things do not have to have certifications in those things. Can anybody tell me what school Albert Einstein went to? He might have went to college. I have no idea because it doesn't matter because he's Albert Einstein. He was a weirdo doing amazing science stuff. No, the college didn't matter. It never mattered. It's just his purpose, and he knew what he needed, what he needed to bring to the world. And you don't need no expert to give you a green light to do that. Last but not least, experience. Some of you are waiting on experience as your permission to be great. Well, I'm gonna go start building for real when I hit 100K. The University of Zurich. Look, nobody knew Isaac and nobody cared. Ain't that crazy? Now we know. Okay, right? But you don't have to have an experience. Okay, well, if I had 100K like you, if I had $1 million like you, 2 million like I had 100, I will go show the plan. You get to that by showing the plan. Nobody have to give you permission but you, because you know in your heart you're trying to help people. You're doing something for people, not to people, by showing them the plan. You don't need a complicated system. You need clarity, consistency, and conviction. And use this call. Use the mentorship to coach you through the real issues. That's how legacies are built. Okay, that's how legacies are built. Your top 3 spots should be true builders, not one-time product customers. And even if they are, it's okay, because they'll purge out at some point. All right. That's what we got. That's what we got. Don't let the small orders destroy the big paychecks. Put them off to the side. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Let me know. Otherwise, we are done for the night. And I was waiting on questions. So I know the call was long, but hopefully the information made sense to you. You can learn a lot from this call, even just the first half of it. Okay. And just got it. You got to hustle and control your structure in this business. You gotta really understand the control of structure and placement and master this plan. If you think you're gonna make $2 million in the matrix without understanding how to show a plan that the way the algorithm really works, and you think you're gonna make 2 million without understanding that placement and posture, you sadly mistaken. You sadly mistaken. Some of y'all legacy is counting on this. I kid you not. I kid you not. Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for the call. I know it was a long one, but that's okay. Hopefully, can you hold a spot on the front line? So here's the thing. You can hold a spot on the front line. Yes, a lot to chew on, but practice the plan, because people are going to go into the placement tank. If you got to hold a spot on your front line, make it one of them 50 BV, because you need 350 BV to be bronze. You can hold it there, like get a custom order, but then you can go in. If that's your account, you can delete it at any time. So yeah, that's actually a smart thing to do. If you're afraid that some spillover is going to come in and ruin your front line with a bozo at 5 BV on auto ship, that's not a customer, but some person from another company just trying to save a spot in this organization. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sid. Any other questions before we wrap up? Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't even like talking this much. I just know y'all need to hear this plan, and I just want to thank y'all again for upgrading and teaching your teams to upgrade, and the company taking that extra revenue and putting it right back in the money and right back in everybody's pockets. It's amazing. So it's amazing. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, the people are not employees. Everybody is a peer here. We all work together. You can start anytime, you can quit anytime. Can't nobody do nothing about it either. Okay. All right, got it. All right. Thank y'all so much. We'll catch y'all tomorrow night. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah. So we got Coach's Corner tomorrow, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern with Coach Sonic. And then Thursday, we got Coach Tina, Coach Kim, and Coach Marcus on Thursday. And then we are off Friday. So I'll see y'all this week. Let me see what Darren said. Darren said, while he was on a call, he upgraded to 59 BV. Well done, Darren. Well done, brother. Well done. Yep, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Perfect. Well done, Darren. You also Darren some love in the chat. Darren wasn't playing. Darren said, I'm going to 50 BV right now, and I'm going to sponsor some people right now. And yeah, you can, if they want to do a small order now, get in there, but then they set the auto ship up for August the 1st for 50 BV. Okay, if anybody had questions, but Will, if I go right now and I'm at 50 BV and I'm at 20 BV, I'm at 50 BV today, which is the end of July, I'm gonna have to do 50 BV again next month. I mean, yes, but if that's really an issue, if you add 10 or 20 BV today, because you're ready to go, and you set your auto ship up for 50 on August the 1st, that'll still click and make sense. Richard said all his person was at 100 BV. I love it, Richard. Most of mine are too, but there's a couple I still gotta go. I gotta go tune them up. Well done, Richard Fritzler. Richard and Joy Jet, great team over there. All right, let me not keep y'all. We'll be on here all night. Man, y'all have a good night. God bless, and we'll see y'all on the next one.